Welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into something that is an absolute game changer if you spend your life working in web browsers. Seriously, if you've ever felt completely overwhelmed by an endless sea of tabs, typing the exact same things over and over, or just hitting that end-of-day decision fatigue where you literally don't know what to click next, you are going to love this. We are exploring what's called the Browser Cockpit. It's a brilliant, highly structured system built for a 15-key Stream Deck that essentially acts as your ultimate command center for Chrome and Edge. Okay, let's dive into this. The absolute core magic of this entire system is that the Browser Cockpit isn't something you actually have to remember to turn on. It's completely context-aware. The exact second your Chrome or Edge browser takes focus on your screen, boom, this profile automatically takes over your Stream Deck. You step into the browser, your cockpit is ready. You step out, it hands control right back to whatever else you were doing. It is entirely seamless. So why do we even need this? Well, it exists to solve the sheer daily chaos that digital marketers and operators face every single day, specifically targeting three massive frictions. First up is navigation friction. That means no more typing URLs or desperately hunting through a chaotic mess of bookmarks just to find one specific ad account. Second is prompt friction. Instead of typing out the same complex AI campaign prompts from scratch 20 times a day, they're just mapped to physical keys. And third, focus friction. It actually has dedicated keys designed to cure decision fatigue and what the creator perfectly describes as ADHD paralysis. Quickly, here's our flight plan for this explainer. We'll start with the overarching browser cockpit idea, learn the crucial three-press rhythm, decode the visual color language, dive into where the money lives on ad platforms, explore the prompting engine, and finally look at client reporting and focus rescue.
Section 1. The Browser Cockpit Idea.
So the big idea here is taking a totally standard piece of hardware, a basic Stream Deck, and transforming it into a hyper-specific tool. It brilliantly bridges your physical environment directly with your digital browser. It basically turns the deck into a dynamic, context-aware extension of your mind. It's sitting there ready to execute these really complex sequences of actions without you ever having to reach for your mouse or remember some obscure keyboard shortcut.
Moving on to Section 2, the three-press rhythm.
And this brilliantly illustrates the core habit you absolutely need to make this whole system hum. It's a strict three-step rhythm. Step 1. You open a campaign page and hit the panel key, which instantly pops open your Claude AI side panel. Step 2 is Ask. You press a green key, like Audit, and the deck literally types out your full, perfectly engineered prompt into the AI, and you just hit Enter. Step 3 is Follow. You get your answer, and then you press a follow-up key, like Prove It, to interrogate the AI and force a concrete decision. Panel, Ask, Follow. It becomes a totally physical cadence.
Section 3. Color, Language, and Navigation.
So the home dashboard is just beautifully structured. These are the 15 keys you're essentially going to live on. That top row, those are all your main destination folders. The middle row holds the 4 heavy-hitter AI prompts you're probably firing 20 times a day, plus that essential panel toggle we just talked about. And down on the bottom row, you've got your deeper action folders and your morning sweep routine.
But the real genius here is the color coding. Before you even have time to read a label, your brain knows exactly what a key does. Red, that means money is at risk. Those are your ad platforms. Blue is your entire Google stack. Cyan is for AI tools. Gold is for clients. And the green keys are how you actually talk to your AI agent. By leaning into this color language, the system totally bypasses the reading part of your brain and taps directly into pure instinct. It makes navigation incredibly fast.
Section 4. Where the Money Lives.
All right, diving into the red ADS folder, things get strictly business. Notice that Snapchat is right there first on the list. Why? Well, according to this specific playbook, it's the heaviest platform for this user, so it prioritizes based on actual daily spend. Then you've got Google Ads, Meta, and TikTok. It completely replaces those clunky old bookmark folders by giving you instant single-press access to specific tools, like the Google Ads account switcher or the Meta Business Suite. So the crucial point here is how this exact folder layout enables a routine called the morning sweep. Instead of starting your day with a chaotic, totally unstructured morning, at minute 0, you just press Sweep. Boom. Google, Snap, Meta, and TikTok open up perfectly in 4 tabs. By minute 1, in each tab, you hit Panel and then Audit. And by minute 3, you are skimming a precise AI-generated read on exactly what's working and what is wasting money across all your platforms.
You know exactly what needs your attention before you even open your phone.
You get a similar level of efficiency over in the blue Google folder. This puts the entire Google work stack right at your fingertips. You get instant access to GA4 for analytics, Tag Manager, and crucially, 4 separate keys dedicated just to Google Cloud Console. Stuff like logs, IOM, billing. Look, when an API breaks, you don't want to waste 5 minutes navigating terrible menus. You just press the logs key and you're debugging instantly.
Then we have the gold clients folder, and this one enforces a really fantastic habit. It basically says never ever judge an ad without opening the actual page it lands on. By making client pages, say Avant or Perfumes Palace, just a single button press away, all that friction is gone. You're actually going to click through and audit the final destination exactly as the user sees it, simply because the cockpit makes it effortless to do so.
All right, Section 5, the prompting engine.
This is where things get really cool. The green ASK folder holds 14 evergreen first-pass prompts. Just think about all the time you've wasted typing, "Analyze this campaign for wasted spend" over and over again. With this, you just press a key like waste or funnel, and the deck types a highly engineered prompt directly into the Claude side panel, automatically reading whatever page is currently open on your screen. It just totally eliminates repetitive typing.
But here's the thing, it doesn't just stop at that first question. The whole system is built around what's called two-turn prompting. The Ask folder is your first pass, prompts like Audit or Insights that simply get a read on the screen. But the real magic happens on the second turn. Once the AI gives you an answer, you shift over to the Follow folder to interrogate it. Instead of just accepting some generic advice, you hit Top 3 or Do It Now to force the AI to give you concrete, immediate actions.
When you jump into that Follow folder, there's a really smart visual design cue. Notice the little chevrons in the top right corner of every key? That acts as a visual safety check for your brain. It signals that you are in the second turn folder, meaning you are demanding proof and action based on an answer you already got, rather than accidentally starting a brand new query.
Now, what's really interesting about this concept is the prove it key. In a world of AI hallucinations where bots can sound super confident while completely making things up, this is your honesty key. If an AI gives you a recommendation that just feels off, you press Prove It. It literally forces the agent to point to the exact rows and data values on your screen to justify what it just said, or it has to retract the claim entirely.
Section 6, Reporting and Focus Rescue.
Look, we all know client reporting is usually pretty dreadful, right? Well, the orange Report folder turns it into a literal button press. Keys like exec5 or WhatsApp take the massive amount of data currently on your screen and instantly format it into the exact language, tone, and length that a specific client prefers. Need a punchy 5-line summary for a busy business owner? Press exec5. Need a super quick, jargon-free update for WhatsApp? Press WhatsApp. The dread is completely gone. But honestly, perhaps the most empathetic part of this entire setup is the purple folder, which is entirely dedicated to defeating focus friction. Say you get interrupted by a call, and you return to a tab with absolutely no idea what you were just doing. You press Where am I, and it immediately tells you your likely next step. If you're stuck or just spiraling at the end of a long day, Do It Now demands just one simple 10-minute task so you can get a win. It is quite literally a digital lifeline when your brain feels scattered. Which brings us to the ultimate question for you to take away today. Really look at your own workflow. Are you still hunting around for lost bookmarks, drowning in open tabs, and typing the exact same AI prompts from scratch every single day? The Browser Cockpit proves that by mapping our digital habits directly to physical keys, we can entirely eradicate browser friction. It isn't just about moving faster, it's about preserving your mental energy for the decisions that actually matter. So, how are you going to upgrade your workflow? Thanks so much for joining us on this explainer, and we will see you next time.